It's Carter Sports back, and today we talk about a D lineman that just came off a visit to USC out the portal. So let's go. And if you've been here before, can you please hit that like, please? And if you ain't subscribed, boy, you better subscribe.
Disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
We got Derrick Harmon, a 6'5", 320-pound nose tackle out of Michigan State. Now we all know this kid a monster, and if you don't know, you should know. Check out some of this film where he moving players around like furniture. He's a massive human being who's known for being vicious, body slamming and destroying opposing opponents on that football field. Yesterday, he visited USC, and hopefully we can close the deal and have a commitment by him on USC. The longer the time go, the more I'm worried. He just left campus. I hope we get a commitment sometime tonight. He holds his space very well and sheds blocks all the time. Stack, shed, destroy. He always disrupting the run plays. He uses his hands and strength to push his way to the quarterback. He's pretty nimble when he pursues the quarterback as well. This kid will be the perfect fit next to Bear. He's a better version of Isaiah Rakes. The kid developed from a 3-star recruit into a tackle everybody wants now, so you know his work ethic is up to par. Coach Henny, man, I could just imagine what he could do with a kid that already has a work ethic, that's already showed the ability to get better and better and better. Coach Henny probably be the next step in this kid development. I see him going as a first rounder if he come to USC easily. We need to give this kid a bag, man. Isaiah Rakes already left. Dejan Latif went into the transfer portal, and a lot of defensive linemen then already hopped on the board and got took off the board. So it's paramount that USC put their money where their mouth is with this kid, because we know what's going on right now. This college football free agency, right? This college football free agency. So we need to give this kid a bag, a high-rise apartment, and a Porsche or a Lambo truck, whatever he needs. He's that good for us. He fits into our scheme perfectly and exactly what we need. We get him, that first rotation for sure. With him and Bear, the middle will be showed up on the first unit. So I want to bag this kid and possibly get another. I always wanted 2 nose tackles in this transfer portal. This is one of them, right? This is one of them, and it's a couple more out there that I'm gonna bring y'all that we need to get, that we can get, and we need to get on campus. USC, slow feet don't eat. So we better get quick on this and on the ASAP, because the transfer portal on D linemen is running thin as quality proven defensive linemen. It's a lot of defensive linemen in the portal with potential, like that kid that just transferred out of Oregon, but USC coming into the Big Ten they first year without Caleb in a while. We need to make sure that our interior D-line is sold up. We need to make sure that we bringing in players that ain't a project, ain't potential, but has already put in the work and shows they are a star. 2 of them, right? So this kid is first up. Derrick Harmon, he was on campus. USC. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? It's getting crucial right now. It's critical. Before Jermaine Lole even got on campus, Oklahoma bagged him, didn't let him leave. That's what USC need to do with this kid. They shouldn't even never let this kid left without a commitment, right? So this recruit right here, he the first defensive lineman that I know that came on an official visit to the campus during this transfer portal period, right? So USC better throw the whole bag, the whole kitchen sink at this kid. This gonna let you know how serious USC is. They talking about our NIL is up to speed. Well, this kid shouldn't be able to leave campus. With Coach Henny in your ear, in the bag, if the bag is right, how can you leave? How can you leave when you're gonna get paid good money to get coached by the best defensive lineman? Because that's what it's gonna come down to. Come play for USC, come get this development from Coach Henny, and come get this bag. So if this kid, I believe in Coach Henny. So if defensive linemen ain't hopping on us and committing to us, I gotta believe it's the NIL. Either the NIL ain't up to speed like they said, or they really picking and choosing and they really risking it. We really running it thin right now. But this visit right here gonna show you how aggressive USC is. Because if USC is aggressive as we need them to be, we gonna secure this commitment. Nobody can't tell me if you sit down with Coach Henny, you ain't gonna want to play for him. This how he is as a man and a coach, and his resume speaks volumes. So if this kid don't sign, it's really because of the bag. Because USC, you know, we check the boxes on everything: location, prestige, tradition, history, education. USC check all the boxes, and it's the only university that check all the boxes. So the only thing that could drive you away from USC, to me, is a bag. If you a defensive lineman, I really thought we was gonna have our pick for defensive lineman. Lincoln Riley said, one kid walk out the door, it could be a gang of other kids lined up. Well, it must not be too many kids lined up that's an impact player, because we don't even have one defensive line visit thus far. So it's USC being very picky because they feel like when they put their hand down for something, they gonna get a commitment. With USC better not let this kid leave. USC better not let this kid leave without no commitment. I mean, whatever it takes. Because at this point, if we don't add nothing, we can't expect to have a successful season. We can't expect to have a good defense if our defensive interior line remains the same. We can't expect 9-10 wins. We can't. Especially not in the Big Ten, because teams are going to run straight up the middle. They're going to double team Bear and run straight up the middle all game long. I watched Michigan run the ball in the game 30 times in a row because the other team couldn't stop it. And you know them gaping and gashing runs that USC gave up last season. You give up one gaping gashing run in the Big Ten, they finna run it back 10 times for sure. That's what they want to do anyway. So that's your weakness. They gonna keep pounding and keep pounding. So it's paramount. Our season is dependent on this portal. Our season is dependent on this. We gotta at least get one. And then if we just get one, at that point now we gotta still cross our fingers and hope for no major injuries, no injuries. So we need two. And this kid is one of them. He first up. And I feel like he one of the best. You watch this kid film, he's one of the best. I feel like this kid could have went into the NFL draft. I wonder why he didn't. He would have got selected. Come on to USC, that stage, that spotlight, LA, Coach Henny, gonna boost your draft stock. So Derrick Harmon, come on down, man. Go from a Spartan to a Trojan. You know what I'm saying? It's all in the same family, right? So it's Carter Sports, it's USC, it's Trojan City. So let's go.